Hey guys, I forgot to do this, and I don't know why I forgot. Everything with Shakespeare's death and the 400th anniversary. Sadly, I missed it on BBC. I guess I should have been paying more attention. I didn't really think about it at the time. I was busy with other things, and I really regret that. However, I am a big Shakespeare fan. I've always been for a very long time. My favorite play, I guess, comedy-wise, would be Much Ado About Nothing. Same with romantic, though Romeo and Juliet is a close second. And tragedy, Hamlet. So I'm gonna be doing something. I actually did a just voice recording for myself on my this thing. I have like a little app, but I'm gonna actually do this, which is why I'm having this hands free at the moment. So you'll be seeing me looking down, but I'm gonna put as much emotion into this as possible. To be or not to be, that is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles, and by opposing end them. To die, to sleep, no more. And by a sleep to say we end the heartache and the thousand natural shocks that flesh is heir to. 'Tis a consummation, devoutly to be wished. To die, to sleep. To sleep, perchance to dream. Ay, there's the rub. For in that sleep of death what dreams may come, when we have shuffled off this mortal coil, must give us a pause. There's the respect that makes calamity of so long life, for who would bear the whips and scorns of time? The oppressor's wrong, the plowman's contumely, the pains of despised love, the law's delay, the insolence of office, and the spurns that patient merit of the unworthy takes, when he himself might his quietus make, with a bare bodkin, who would fardels bear, to grunt and sweat under a weary life, and that the dread of something after death, the undiscovered country, from whose bourne no traveller returns, puzzles the will, and makes us rather bear those ill wills we have, than fly to others that we not that than fly to others that we know not of. Thus conscience does make cowards of us all, and thus the native hue of resolution is sickled o'er with great the pale crest of thought, and enterprises of great pitch and moment with this regard their currents turn awry, and lose the name of action. Soft you now, the fair Ophelia, nymph, in thy orisons be all my sins remembered. That's my favorite line, and when we got to do Hamlet in one of my first class, I actually got the chance to read Hamlet for that part, and it was just for fun. Or for the class. We weren't standing up and acting. And then, like I said, my second favorite, or my other favorite Shakespeare play is Much Ado About Nothing. Why? Well, let's just say both Hamlet and that one have something in common besides being written by Shakespeare. David Tennant played with Catherine Tate, who we all know as Donna Noble in Doctor Who. In Much Ado About Nothing, he played opposite her as Benedict while she played Beatrice. And that's what got me so inspired to actually get back into acting again. At least with Shakespeare. And that was and actually Benedict's one of Benedict's monologues was what my assignment I put as one of my assignments for my second acting class I was in, or theater class I was in, which was more of the acting. And I got to learn from a great teacher. And I wish I had the monologue right in front of me because I love that monologue. I love actually reading both parts. I love reading Benedict's part because I love being the man who never falls in love because he realizes that love is unnecessary. He doesn't want it. He'd rather be the playboy all his life. And Beatrice is just a snarky shrew that pretty much it's an ongoing battle between them, but not with swords, but with words. And that is clearly stated at the beginning. And I mean, I've watched another movie version of it, but honestly, I'd rather just see Catherine Tate and David Tennant over and over again for that version. There is one close second, and that was with two actors. I can't remember who played Beatrice, if that's who. She was also an angel, but the guy who played Benedict was in Buffy the Vampire Slayer as Wesley, and same character in the spin-off Angel. But yeah, and it's a good movie. I'd probably buy that one as well, but I'd rather just try to get, in some way or form, David Tennant and Catherine Tate. When I first saw it, it was on YouTube, and it was in, either it was one whole, or it was in, like, a couple parts, and then soon when I took this acting class, the theater one, it wasn't on there anymore, and I actually had to find it, and I found it in 4 parts on a different website, and then I don't remember the website now, so, or if I even have it on here. But actually, I just found it again on YouTube. Don't judge me, and please don't try to get it off of there. Honestly, I wish people would understand, as long as you have the copyrights on there, why take something off? I mean, I think the first time I saw it was when BBC had it for free. So I guess maybe that's why no one can put it on YouTube. But I just found it again, so I'm gonna go and watch it while I'm doing dishes. But like I said, the Hamlet and Much Ado About Nothing are my favorites. And Macbeth. I love Macbeth. My teacher, my English teacher, when I was a senior, we were doing part of Macbeth, and the last thing we had to do, it was the last act or the last bit, and we all were assigned certain parts, and we were assigned to groups, and it was the same thing, but just different groups, and there was more than one Macbeth. Well, I got to be Macbeth, and I got to do that last little set of lines, but we had to interpret it into English terms at the time, so that was 2011. Well, 2010, 2011. And that was what we had to currently do. And not only most of the kids just read off what they did, and it was okay. But me, oh gosh, not only did I interpret it the way I thought it was, but I also acted it out, and I got an A for that because it's like everybody was shocked, like how much effort and how much emotion I put into it when I did it. It's like, I don't know when I started reading Shakespeare, whether it was for class or not. But Shakespeare's been a part of my life for a very long time now. And, I mean, I will grab, once I find it again, my Much Ado About Nothing book. Oh, wait, what's this? Oh, no, this is Taming of the Shrew, which is another good one. That, actually, someone did a version of in an old show called Moonlighting. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go ask your parents, go look it up. If you do know what I'm talking about, yay, you're old! I'm kidding, I'm old too. I'm old, 23, but I grew up watching old stuff. And Moonlighting was one of my favorite TV series. That was like the predate story before Bones ever came on. And it's like, so, yeah. But I will read Benedict and Beatrice's parts every once in a while and act it out in my living room. But I mean, I mainly base my acting part off of, and how I say it, off of what David Tennant and Catherine Tate did. like I said, David Tennant's a big part of my life too, I guess. Ever since, I guess he's been a part of my life since I got out of high school. Ironically, I wish he was part of my life while I was in high school. Maybe I wouldn't have been so grumpy. But actually, speaking of David Tennant and Doctor Who is in Doctor Who, guess what I just got? So there was a incorrectly marked down thing. It was in the $9 bin at Best Buy, but it was incorrectly marked. It should have been $64, but because it was already marked down as $9 by accident, I still got it for $9. First season Torchwood. Yay! I love Torchwood. I love Jack. Seeing him though as Malcolm Merlin right now is kind of odd though. Still, it still weirds me out because it's like I'm so used to this charismatic thing. It's like you only get to see a little bit of that in this era. So yeah, that's about it. I'm gonna upload this and then start watching Much Ado About Nothing with Catherine Tate and David Tennant. Maybe I might save that to my computer when I get done with this. I don't know if I can find it. So with all you Shakespeare fans, um, all the world's a stage, and we are merely the. Gosh, I can never remember that line. All I can remember is all the world's a stage. Anyway, like, subscribe, I'll see you guys later. If you have any idea where to find that BBC special for the Shakespeare's death, please link it to me, and I mean the full thing, not just bits and pieces. Cause I already saw someone who was able to get the to be or not to be thing. So yeah, bye!